Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Monday motivational video. This week's video is us finally taking our front room back. Now I know you probably think that I keep saying it, but I was really poorly at the beginning of January. Matt did a few bits, he kept the bathroom, the kitchen sort of under control, but the front room just was covered in stuff. So I just filmed a haul video which will come out later this week, and I was just sort of unpackaging everything, getting rid of all the recycling. And I'd bought some gifts for a baby shower, so I was just taking them all out the packets because I needed to wash the baby grows. So that's what I'm doing at first, just clearing everything in the front room.
I just miss you. We were such a constellation, right? No, you'd agree. Made a reputation for ourselves.
I'd also bought some gifts for my mum, so I was just putting them into a carry bag and putting them into my car. My car ends up as like a sort of temporary stopping ground for a lot of items, but it works. At least it's not sort of sat in the front room then. I'd taken all of our Christmas cushion covers off, and I'd washed our regular covers because they'd been up in the loft for a few months. They were in a bag, but I don't know, I felt like they could do with a little bit of a freshen up. So I'd washed all of those and I'm just putting them back onto the cushions.
I just miss you. Oh, I miss you. Oh, I miss you.
So you'll see Chester heavily throughout this video, and he used to hate being brushed, and I've been working on it. So now every time I have any form of brush, I have to brush him a little bit because then he's used to it when it comes to actually trying to brush his fur. But you'll see that as I'm trying to clean, he's constantly there trying to play. So I absolutely adore him, but he is a bit of a nuisance when you're just trying to get bits done. I also changed the speed of this video. I often put things pretty fast so that the video is not ridiculously long, but a few of you have commented and said that you quite like the longer videos, and I feel like when it goes too fast sometimes you can't tell what somebody's actually doing. So I've tried this speed. This is 5 times, and then my editor only lets me go up to 10 times straight after this. So let me know if you preferred the fast flash version of Amy, or if you prefer this just slightly slower, so you can kind of keep up with what I'm doing as we're going along. You have to let me know in the comments below.
Nothing else that I can do. I just miss you.
So yes, this is me talking to my dog and asking him if he wants certain ones thrown away or kept. Because the ones that I held up that I was like, should we throw these away? Look at him. He's like, no, I want it. Give that back to me. So we ended up keeping them. But actually I do, it sounds silly, but say it sort of out loud to myself. I'm like, do you play with this one? Like that blue ring thing. We bought it for him from Pound Stretcher, and I thought it'd be really good. It was a bit tougher than some of the others, but I think that's why he doesn't like it, because it doesn't have any give. It just jabs into his gums. So I was like, right, I'll get rid of that one. He does have a lot of toys, and my argument is always, as long as they fit in his basket, that's his little container, then he can keep them. So that's what we do, just have that one little basket of dog toys. And believe it or not, like, he doesn't just go and pick up the first toy that he wants that's on the top. He will literally pull out every single toy, spit them on the floor until he finds the one that he specifically wants. So we definitely know that he plays with most of these. I was editing videos as I was going along, so you'll see me sort of nip onto the computer now and then. He'd chewed through the lead to his puppy can. We've got 2, but now we only have 1 lead. So I was just taking one of them out of his cage, just filling up his water and his biscuits and things. And then he was jumping on and off the furniture, and he's still in sort of physio at the moment. You can see he's burying his biscuits in a minute because he wants to eat them later. So I ended up just popping him back into his crate because he was going to do himself some harm. So I thought, you know what, you're better off going in there for a little while. And he's quite happy in there. He's happier in there when we're not at home because obviously he wants to be with us all the time. But he will just sit in there quite calmly most of the time.
I just wanna love you till the day I die. Oh, oh, I just wanna love you right. Oh, oh,
do regularly flip all over the cushions because Matt and I tend to sit in the exact same spaces every day, so I try and flip the cushions just to try and stop specific cushions getting flatter. The sofa itself could probably do with being deep cleaned, which I probably won't do in this half-term holiday. I'm recording this voiceover in half-term. I probably won't deep clean the sofas this week. I'll probably wait until Easter because Matt and I are away later on this week, so I'm only home for a couple of days. There's a lot of other projects I want to get done around the house while I'm off, but definitely in the Easter time I think I'll probably get the vacs out and properly deep clean all of these cushions, and just make it feel nice and fresh for springtime.
I wish I could go back to right before you told me I'd try to change it all. But look at us now, could have gone so far. It hurts to realize we're parted. Yeah, look at us now, this is who we are. And I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again, again, again. Strangers again, again, again. We're like strangers again, again, again. I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again.
So you've just seen me clear off and then polish this radiator cover in our hallway. I hate this purple wallpaper, I hate it with a passion. It's just too dark for such a small space, and it's put up really weirdly. It's just 3 random walls, so I really don't like it. And last night, while Matt was cooking dinner, I decided it was going, so I pulled it off of 2 of the walls, just the 2 downstairs. The one upstairs has been left for now, but I got into a bit of trouble for doing it. But when I pulled the wallpaper off, I was really happy to see that the wall was white behind. So it's not perfect, but it is at least a bit better than the purple. And then I just started putting away bits and pieces, just making sure I was going around continuing to polish the furniture. I love to polish. I don't know why, I just really enjoy it. I love the smell of it as well. But as you can see, our Christmas stuff is still out. So this was about 3/4 of the way through January. This video actually took me over a week to film because I was doing it in bits. I couldn't do this room in a day. It was too much for me. And I just focused on trying to make the front room sort of livable on this day, clearing sort of some of the stuff that was in here, such as this pile of Christmas presents that we still had to put away. And then what I was doing was just grabbing some carrier bags and sort of grouping things. So anything that needed to go into the bedroom went in a bag, anything that needed to go to the bathroom went in a bag, etc. And then I did go and grab a couple of rubbish bags in a second, because as I was sort of unbagging things, I was kind of like taking out any packaging that I didn't need as well, so I didn't have to worry about that at a later date and just getting all of the rubbish.
Like strangers again. Oh, I know things will never be the same. Like strangers again.
So this little haul is a mixed haul that's already up on my channel, so I'll link it above, but it was just time to put it all away.
Like strangers again.
This was a few hours later. I'd had a bath, I'd washed and blow dried my hair, I'd got dressed, because Matt and I were treating each other to a meal out this evening. We hadn't gone anywhere since Christmas, where I hadn't even left the house for a couple of weeks really. So we decided to treat each other to a nice dinner, and I was just hanging out the baby grows that I was going to use the next day for a craft for a baby shower, and I'd noticed a crack in that vase, which was sad, so I had to get rid of that. But I was just making use of the time that Matt was finishing getting ready. I think at this point he was getting his shoes on and taking the dog for a wee, and so I was just sort of clearing up and making use of the time. I quite liked how I was dressed this evening. This dress is actually from Pep & Co, and so I just teamed it with my little black leather jacket, and I thought I'd share this with you. There's me just terribly putting my coat on, looking miserable. I don't know why I kept that bit in. I probably didn't need to keep this bit in, but there we are. There's me. We went out for a lovely meal, and then this is the remnants of the day after, once I'd finished the craft. So you'll see that I've got loads of Cricut stuff out. I've got vinyl stuck to that little table where I've been making baby grows, and the ironing board is out, I believe. So I just spent some time basically just re-picking up this rub room for about the millionth time in 2023 already, and just picking up all the bits off of the floor. I do apologise about my Christmas pyjamas, but I also don't apologise because they're my favourites. And then randomly, I forgot I recorded this. That is all my hair. So you'll see some of the videos coming up. I've got really long hair, and then some of the videos I've got short hair. I grew my hair for charity, and I had 18 inches cut off. That was a 16-inch ponytail that is being mailed out to the Little Princess Trust. So I do have some old videos that I haven't yet shared with you, which you'll see I've got ridiculously long hair in, but for some reason I decided to share the ponytail with you. And then what I did this morning, before I went up and had a shower, I was going to a baby shower this afternoon, but what I did before that was take all of this Christmas stuff up and put it on the landing. I didn't put it up in the loft, Matt did. But I thought if I can at least get it up and onto the landing, because I also needed to use the table to finish the craft, then he can put it all up into the loft. So it took me a little while, but I carried it all upstairs.
I'm loving this moment. Can we stay forever? I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever, forever, forever.
Even though I was going to be taking the trees down later on this day, I had all of these baubles that I'd bought in the range, so I cut all the tags off and just added them to the tree for the time being, so that when I packed the tree away, they all went in together. This is much later on that afternoon. I'd just come back from the baby shower. I'd had afternoon tea with my friends and it was really lovely, and Matt had gone and played golf with the dad and some of the males that weren't at the baby shower. And yeah, we just decided to spend some time this afternoon finally getting all the decorations down off of the trees. So we worked together to take down all of the ornaments on our main tree, and I've got these sort of divider things that sadly were off camera when I was putting them together, but just taking off all the special baubles, putting them into this little box, and then taking all the ones on the tree off in a certain order that makes it easier to put them up again next year, which Matt laughs at me for, but future Amy's going to be very happy that that's what I did.
Everything I can for you.
I just had to slow this down to share with you. Matt was getting so bored waiting for me to take this bauble while I was putting this little divider thing together and waiting for the Arsenal game to start, that he just started hitting me with the bauble, which really tickled me because it looks as I'm not even reacting to him. Honestly, this just cracked me up. I've watched this so many times.
Deep and abiding, liking for you is all I need. Until my heart gives in, I will do everything I can for you.
just know when Matt's fed up of doing a job, because he starts to get annoying, as you can see by him hitting me with his hips here. But then I did hit him back a couple of times, and I think I nearly knocked him over in a second. But oh well, I blame him entirely. There he goes. But then yeah, he got completely bored and then just started hitting me in the face with yet another bauble. But luckily this was a knitted pom-pom one, not like the hard one from earlier. But this time I just tried to bat him off, just so we can finally get this tree packed away.
Give me love, give me all your love, oh, 'cause I want you. No one else makes me feel this way, don't know what you do. Hold my hand, could you hold my hand, look me in the eyes. You and me, yeah, that's all I need, and I'll be alright. I'll be right here, I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer, I wanna stay here with you. All that we have is each other now, I promise I won't leave your side. Be who you are and you'll be enough. If you're giving me your love, giving me your love. All that we have is each other now, promise you won't leave my side. I hope who I am is enough for you. If I'm giving you my love, giving you my love.
So I finally packed everything on this tree away, and then I got my label maker and just labelled it that it's the memory tree. Just started clearing up some of the rubbish that's on the table where I'd been doing some crafts, and then had all this recycling from packaging and stuff. So just started trying to clear up a little bit, so it wasn't like a mad clear up at the end, because I hate doing that. I've had a few craft bits that I just sort of run upstairs, but you can see all the rubbish that I'm starting to accumulate on the table. And then the next thing I did is take off the lights, which on this tree is an absolute pain because it doesn't look good if you go up and down. So this tree I go round and round, so putting them on and then taking them back off again and going round and round and round, it makes me incredibly dizzy. So you see me sobbing for Fanta breaks throughout. But I took all of the lights off and I just wrapped them around this bit of card. This is from an Adidas shoebox that I've probably had years. But I just wrap it around this bit of card, and then once I've finally taken the lights off, then I'll put the tree down. And whilst I'm doing this, Matt's doing the same on the main tree, but on the main tree we do drape our lights up and down, so he doesn't need to go round a bazillion times like I'm doing with the tinsel. But then he put the big tree down while I was putting the little one down. So this is a week later, and I'm just clearing some of the last Christmas presents from this corner, just popping them in the boot of my car until I see my friend. But the Christmas trees and the decorations are now all away and all in the loft, but we haven't yet put our front room back together again. So I did try hoovering with this little handheld Black & Decker hoover. It just wasn't doing the job that I needed, and our hoover is broken, so I just went and found a broom, because it just needed a good old sweep from all the sort of bits of tinsel and needles left from the tree. And then just gave the unit a little bit of a polish in the front room. And please remember, it's been a week since I polished this the last time, but it just seems like I'm constantly polishing in this video because there's so many gaps in footage. And you'll have to let me know what you think of my hair. So Matt had gone out on this day and I was a bit bored and I was procrastinating clearing downstairs. So I'd curled it using the, can't think what it's called, but you know the one that sucks in your hair and curls it. I didn't like it, so I've popped in these couple of clips, and then I actually think it looks quite cute now, but you'll have to let me know what you think. And then I just moved over into the conservatory to start polishing our new Kallax units. You haven't yet seen the front room update video because I haven't finished editing it. It will be coming up very, very soon, but this is essentially some of the new furniture that we've bought. and it just needed a bit of a wipe over where it had all the Christmas decorations on it for sort of nearly 2 months. So I was just giving that a little bit of a wipe over.
We spent summers catching fireflies and winters on our skates. One big smile across my face. We used to dance our way to church on Sunday.
I did have a little glance in the cupboards and the drawers. I'd said that I wasn't going to fill them, but they filled very quickly. But I was just having a little glance through and see if there was anything I could get rid of. I had some sort of craft projects in the bottom boxes, so I was just neatening everything in here up. And just tidying up some of the blankets that I'd made that have been living in this basket here.
Barefoot.
So I moved over to the other side of the conservatory, just moved the table out of my way and started clearing some of the bits that didn't need to be there. Had to put this mat down a couple of times because Chester's got a really bad habit of going to the toilet again in the conservatory, so at least if the mat's there he can go on that rather than on my floor. But ideally that is not the one. Just tidied up the cupboard a little bit, and I do apologise in advance, by the way, in case the dog does bark while I'm filming this voiceover, because a neighbour's started a loft conversion this morning. Had all the scaffolding put in last week, and he does not like the noises and the banging that's going on, so he does keep barking. I have to keep pausing and recording this in tiny little segments, which is really annoying. But I've just cleared off that bookcase, giving virtual dog a little cuddle whilst glaring at real dog for his barking. But yeah, cleared off that bookcase because it does now need to be moved back into the front room. So I thought, well, I might as well clean it off while it is here. As you can see, the sideboard is now white. That will be coming in part of the front room update video, but I have yet to paint the bookcase. I did leave all the alcohol in the bottom and just hoped that it would be all right as I moved the unit. So I got it so far, and then unplugged all of the lights, and then I just asked Matt to push it over for me. It was just easier with the two of us. And then told him how strong I was, and he disagreed. He told me that wasn't. Look at his face. Oh, he thinks I'm such a nerd. I don't care. I am. I love my life. Anyway, started putting all of the bits back onto the bookcase. I don't know what Matt was doing, tidying up his jeans then. Sorry about that. Started putting all of the picture frames and things back on the bookcase. Although you did miss the Matt strip show when we were doing the bedroom. Juju commented, there you go, you got a bit of belly then. I forgot to edit that out. But anyways, yeah, just started sort of rearranging the bookcase, putting everything back on here just as it was before. And also deciding which alcohol we were going to try and get rid of, because there were some bottles with only a tiny little bit left in. So I was saying to Matt, what can we just finish off this weekend and then not have to store in here, because I don't like how much is in there. It's pushing out at the back now.
When I dance around, I can't help but feeling I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever, forever, forever. I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment.
Can we stay forever?
I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving.
So I moved into the conservatory, swept the floor, wiped the little units, the sideboard, swept from underneath the little 2-pack of tables that we've got in the corner where our lamp lives. And yeah, just generally giving it a bit of a spring clean. And then I was going to move the wine rack over, and then I was scared I was going to knock it over, to be honest. But I took them off, and the bottles were a little bit dusty, so I thought, well, while I'm here I might as well just give the rack and the bottles just a little bit of a wipe over. Where we have a farm behind our house, everything here just gets really, really dusty all of the time, and I thought that was just us. I thought something was wrong, but our neighbours have commented on it as well. They've noticed that since living in other properties, this one just gets so much dustier than in other places.
Maybe you taste different. Hold up, baby, I can sit beside you while you're going on about your simple life. Nothing left you thinking that maybe you're not different. Go on, blow up your ego, your undenying, undying ego. Oh, look here he goes, stepping on toes with his humble lacking everlasting ego. I guess it never hit you, our conversation takes two, paying it some interest from time to time. Inside all that greatness and all of your adventures, you're all alone. Hold up, baby, I can sit beside you while you're going on about your simple life.
Cleared off the top of Chester's crate, and then I had a little look at his bed. It did need a wash, but we had quite a lot of washing ourselves to do, so I just gave a little wipe over where he'd got some food on it. Took out the puppy pad that lives in the bottom just in case he ever has an accident or spills water or whatever, and then just gave it a little bit of a wipe over. I tend to change the puppy pad every week, even though he doesn't wee in there. This is a fresh one, not the same one. Although he doesn't wee in there or anything, I just think it's nice to give him sort of a fresh puppy pad each week. Popped the bed back and got him some fresh food and some water. I was a very reluctant crater, but actually he had to have the crate down because of his operation. But he quite enjoys being in there overnight, and when we're at work he's much less concerned when we're not there. But he does get a bit of a silly half hour if ever you touch any of his stuff, and then he goes a little bit mad. So here's my little dog having a little play with his destroyed teddy bear.
Every bit of you couldn't face the truth that maybe you're just not that nice and humble kind. That would be a lie. Go on, blow up your ego, your undenying, undying ego.
I am a nightmare for dumping stuff on this unit. That it is true that flat surfaces really do attract clutter, so I need to be much better at not just putting things on here to be sorted later. It's that sort of one touch rule, isn't it? If you have something, just put it away straight away. Don't put it down to then put it away later. But then I was looking at the junk drawer, tried to close it and I couldn't because there was stuff behind. I couldn't get to it, so I ended up having to take everything out, unscrew the drawer itself, and honestly the stuff that I found behind there was just insane. I cannot believe how much stuff was hidden behind here, including all of the adaptation bits for our little Hoover. There was a lighter that I hadn't seen for ages, and our one was really broken, so I was quite pleased to see that. Honestly, that it was like a little treasure trove back there. So I just cleaned it all out, reattached it, just popped the screws back in on either side so that the drawer wouldn't just fly out every time we opened it, and then just gave the junk drawer a little bit of a reorganise.
Give up everything that I own. Yeah, I'd give it all up now just to be with you somehow. Unexpected love was found. You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid
So just putting the lanterns back the way around that they used to be and replacing the red Christmas candles with white candles. Then just sharing some bits that I'm getting rid of. So to go upstairs, I've got a box, a couple of bags, a little jumper. I've got 2 new and 2 old blinds that need to go. The new ones will go to the charity shop, but the old ones I need to find a way to dispose of them. And that's a plug from some of our Christmas lights that need to go upstairs as well. And then on the table there is just tons of rubbish, so not my label maker, but just loads of cardboard that needs to be broken down and bags of rubbish. So on the left you've got the recycling, and then these are also recycling bags in front of you, these 2, and that one that I'm pointing to, taking a really long time to show you this, and then this box and the bag just to the left of it are all actual rubbish. There's a break in this vase. Matt accidentally knocked it and knocked out some of the glass, so I don't think it's safe to keep. And the other ones are broken as well. This purple one I didn't end up getting rid of. I got this from my uncle's place, and I'm having a really hard time getting rid of it. So every time I try and declutter it, it ends up coming back. But that flowery vase my nan got me, that's also broken. So I'm having to get rid of that. So I'm just going to clear the table and get rid of all of this rubbish.
That I love you.
In the door, I could have sworn I've seen your face before.
So Matt and I have this white tree that we got from Hobbycraft that we hang little crystals that we get on holidays on. But I wasn't sure where it should go. Matt moved it to the right hand side, and actually I do think it looks a bit better on that side, but we want to keep it. But because it used to be on the white furniture on the left, it looked really good there, but because the snakes are there, it's too tall now with the aircon unit. So I'm not sure whether that will live there permanently, but it looks alright for now. So I just spent a little bit of time cleaning the table off for the final time, and just neatening everything up this end. Final thing that you'll see us doing before I share the front room finished is Matt really wanted to divide the room. So we took some of the collection furniture that we've already got and kind of put it as like a bit of a room divider and moved the furniture around to kind of suit. But it didn't really matter which way round we put this. We put the dog's teepee in the corner because this just seemed like dead space. So we put the teepee back up, which we ended up getting rid of. We ended up decluttering this because I'm not sure if you can tell, but the bottom's all ripped. And he just doesn't sit in this anyway, so it looks super cute, but he didn't use it, so it seemed silly. But we put that in the corner, didn't like it, so then I thought maybe it's because the furniture's too high, it kind of blocked my view out the window, I didn't like that. So we thought maybe we need to lay that down, move the cage. We did all sorts at this sort of end, and just nothing that we did we particularly liked. So you'll just see us faffing for ages with the furniture. One thing that we do like that we've done is move this little unit back next to the sofa, because we were just using the cage and I just didn't like it, so we ended up putting that little unit back there, and I quite liked doing that. But then once we put the little footstool thing here, it just kind of blocked the cage off and it just didn't work. So again, faff, but I ended up turning the cage around in the end so it goes the sideways. And I think that looked a bit better. I'm not sure if I filmed showing that. But I couldn't get on with these units being here. We tried filling them up. It didn't like it. So then I said to Matt, is it because they're too high? Do you want to try laying them down? So I emptied all of the little cupboards, spilled all my school stuff all over the floor. Then we turned them over. But it just seemed like furniture for furniture's sake. And I like the fact that this room's quite open. Yes, it isn't cosy, but it is quite a nice open room. So we're toying about getting some curtains for that divide to kind of split the two rooms off if we wanted to. Sometimes when the sun's coming through that glass roof, it's just a pain, you can't watch TV, so we do need to change something. I confused myself. I've got earphones in and I forgot to mute this part of the video while I'm recording the voiceover, so it's completely confused me. Luckily I've noticed that, because that is really irritating in my ears. I'm going to mute that. But yeah, this is the way round we ended up living with the cage. We've had it like this for a little while now. Well, I say a little while, like about a week, and it's better than it was, but I'm just not loving it. And at the moment, obviously, that we're not using the heating very much, so it's not too much of a problem that he's in front of the radiator. This radiator doesn't really get very hot anyway, but obviously it's just things like that worry me. But yeah, I'm just not sure, I'm not sold. But anyway, I ended up having to put everything that I'd taken out all back away again.
You and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon, side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life.
And this is the final front room. So it's been about a week since I finished filming this video, but I realised that I hadn't sort of shown you the final room, which is why we've got different candles and stuff to what you'd seen. But we have finally taken our front room back. Honestly, I can't believe how long it took us just to sort out this room, but I just needed somewhere where I can come in from work and know that this room is just finished and sorted. And yeah, we're watching Superstore. I love it. It's just silliness. But yeah, finally happy with this front room, happy with how it looks, and just starting to make our way through the other rooms in the house too. So if you haven't already, subscribe for more videos to see more decluttering, more organising, and definitely more cleaning. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Love you all. Bye.